Well, there are two big issues on our agenda today. One is Tunisia and the other is Iran, and we're meeting the Tunisian Foreign Minister and Prime Minister. And the EU is working up a substantial package of economic and political support for Tunisia to show that we stand with the Tunisian people as they resist this attempt by ISIL to undermine their new democracy and their economy. And we will work with them, including on further security and CT cooperation. So I'm expecting a good discussion on that today. We will also, of course, be talking to our EU colleagues about the Vienna Agreement achieved with Iran and discussing with them how we can make sure that it is properly and effectively enforced to ensure that Iran does not get a nuclear weapon. And then looking at the opportunities that could flow from the agreement to change the relationship with Iran, and particularly Iran's relationship with the region. We hope to see an Iran that is less negative in its dealings in the region and starts to behave as a more constructive power in the region.
And how Iran could change in this way? Do you think the EU could play kind of mediator between the EU, between Iran and some powers in the region, well, Saudi Arabia or something like this?
I think the EU can play an important role here. In Iranian mythology, relationships with the US are very difficult. Relationships with Europe are less difficult, and therefore we perhaps have an opportunity to play a role in trying to encourage Iran to think about moderating its behavior in the region.
So you don't expect any effort the UK is doing, still some entire family is leaving to Syria to fight with the jihadists. Is it time for the UK to look to a different way in fighting against this?
Well, the Prime Minister will be making an important speech today about our approach to domestic extremism and how we tackle it. But he said many times, this is a generational problem. We've got a lot of tools in our toolbox now to deal with people who are seeking to go to Syria to join ISIL. We've been quite effective against many of them, but we haven't stopped all of them, and we don't expect to be able to stop all of them. In the end, we have to win the battle of hearts and minds. We have to win the argument, not just interdict people at the points of exit. Thank you.